Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Steve Breach coming to you here tonight as we're watching WWE's Battleground 2017. Talking Shop is on right now. Basically, they had Kevin Owens out there as we're going over the pay-per-view for today. Honestly, when I think we look back at Battleground 2017, if anything it's going to be remembered by, it's going to be the Punjabi Prison Match. This was an alright show. I mean, I watched it. I sat here for 3 hours. There was times I was entertained. There was times I was bored. It's not a must-own on DVD show or anything like that. I don't think any of the matches on here were 5-star classics that we'll look back and talk about being the best of 2017 or anything like that. But all in all, for sitting down and watching wrestling on a Sunday, I think we had some fun. Nobody thought that we were going to sit down and we were going to have the great Khali make his return to the WWE, involving himself in the Jinder Mahal versus Randy Orton Punjabi Prison Match. I honestly didn't even know of any rumors of Great Khali returning to WWE until the match was about to start. And you could tell. I don't want to jump ahead too much and say that basically the people that were in Philadelphia to see this match didn't enjoy it, but I did read on Twitter there was no video screens to watch the match. It was very hard to see in. I really want to see from Ravi if you sat closer, if you had a better view or anything like that. So we'll have to see. All in all, as a fan watching at home, I thought it was alright. I don't think the flag match was spectacular. I don't think the Punjabi Prison match was spectacular. The Kevin Owens versus AJ Styles wasn't the best match that they've ever had. So it is what it is. When it comes down to going over the results of the show and the review and everything like that, you had the Great Khali make his return. The Singh brothers were out there helping Jinder as well. It was basically a 3-on-1 match inside of the Punjabi Prison Match, and then Khali came out basically as the outside special enforcer, grabbing Orton and making sure that he was not able to move. He just basically grabbed his throat and choked him through the cage as Jinder climbed up and over as fast as he could. So Jinder maintains the championship. With a finish like this involving Great Khali, makes you think that these guys are going to have another match. So I don't know what this means for Cena. I don't know what this means for AJ Styles. I mean, maybe AJ has another match with Kevin Owens. I would hope Cena doesn't have another match with Rusev. I don't really know where you go from here. But the dream match looks like the door is going to be closed and Jinder's going to be getting another shot. Sami Zayn defeated Mike Kanellis. I was really surprised by that they had Kanellis lose that match. But they won't forget about that guy. He's not going to get lost in the shuffle, and it's not like he was going to win the WWE Championship in his first couple of months of being there. So he's going to have his ups, he's going to have his downs. Cena versus Rusev was a good, fun match involving the flags. Rusev, beat the hell out of Cena for a while. Cena made the ultimate Cena comeback, making it where Rusev wasn't able to put his flag in the staff. Rusev had set up some tables that had just happened to be right by the stand where John Cena's flag was supposed to go. Cena picked him up, delivered the AA through the tables, picked up his flag, put it in the thing. It was kind of weird to see the United States flag. They've always had respect for the flag and respect for the Army and the armed forces and the military and things like that. And for WWE to having not only the United States flag, but the Bulgarian flag laying in the ring, laying on the aisle, it was a little bit disheartening, and I'm sure that WWE will do the right thing, but it was just weird to see it out there like that. Kevin Owens defeated AJ Styles. He's your new United States champion. Basically turned AJ's pinfall into his own. I don't even think AJ got a 1 count on it. Just AJ went for a cover, and Owens just put him over onto his shoulders. 1, 2, 3. Smart thing to do as he was getting his ass kicked. Maybe the biggest surprise of the night, other than the Great Khali, was Natalya won the Fatal 5-Way with Charlotte, Becky Lynch, Lana and Tamina. I can honestly tell you that I was having trouble with the WWE Network and didn't get to see a lot of this match. I did see Becky Lynch eliminate 2 people in a row. I think she put the armbar on Lana after pinning somebody, I'm pretty sure. But that was about all that I remember. Nakamura and Baron Corbin had a pretty pointless match where Nakamura was setting him up and Baron Corbin kicked Nakamura in the nuts, basically taking the disqualification but not having to take the loss. And we had the New Day defeating the Usos in the opening match to become the new tag team titles. The Usos losing the championship hurts me a little bit, but New Day is the first team to have won the Raw and SmackDown tag team titles. That's a new thing with a brand split, so they're going to make it seem like it's a big deal. In the opener of the kickoff, Aiden English, Ty Dillinger, pretty bad, boring match that nobody was really into. I love chanting the 10s. I wore the shirt, but he didn't come up on top. So we'll have to see where we go from here. I just missed the Kevin Owens interview, and we'll see what goes on with the rest of Talking Shop and find out what happens more on SmackDown on Tuesday. What a way to kick off WWE Battleground 2017. They had a great opening match of the Usos going up against the New Day, and what a great back and forth battle action. This was a really, really good match. This is exactly what WWE needed to kick off the night for a good night of Battleground, with them going back and forth. The New Day was able to pick up the win here. There was a lot of close calls, like they do in a lot of tag team matches. A lot of times, the Usos hit super kicks, or the New Day was able to use the speed of Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods. Kofi hit some big moves coming out of the corner, but in the end, it was the New Day that pulled out the victory here. The New Day becoming 3-time tag team champs. To me, this is the first time they've won it on the SmackDown division. To me, they're still coming off being so hot on Monday Night Raw. They're coming fresh off of injury right here. I'm not really sure if this is the best time to put the titles on them. There are a lot of teams on the SmackDown tag team division, which is one good thing that they have going for them. But to me, honestly, I just sort of think of them just running over fools when they held the tag team titles for well over a year in order to break Demolition's tag team championship record back over on Monday Night Raw. They even tried to, kayfabe break the streak before WWE gave in and just let them keep it out the rest of the reign and actually really do beat it instead of just telling everybody that's what they did. The New Day and the Usos, they did have a feud going back and forth, so maybe they could have a match at SummerSlam in order to kick this off. But to me, honestly, the Usos really have reinvented themselves for probably at least the 3rd time since being a team in WWE. And I thought they did a really good job as tag champs, and we'll have to see where it goes from here. But New Day wins the straps, and we'll see where it goes. Here we are flying through WWE Battleground. There's been some few good matches here and there along the way. Honestly, in my mind, I thought that the Nakamura versus Baron Corbin match was a big fail, with Baron Corbin kicking Nakamura in the nuts. But Natalya beating Naomi, honestly, to me, was a real big surprise. But here was a match that was supposed to be probably one of the best wrestling matches of the night, with AJ Styles defending his new WWE United States Championship that he won at the Madison Square Garden house show against Kevin Owens in a battle of rematches. These guys have had matches over the last couple of months. They've been fighting on SmackDown. They've been fighting on pay-per-view. They've been fighting on house shows. I thought it was quite funny that the word came out this week that Kevin Owens actually said that he didn't like wrestling against AJ Styles. I have not seen that quote or heard where that quote came from, but honestly, in my mind, I think that quote is probably being mixed up and probably not being taken the way that people think it. I would bet that Kevin Owens probably said that in character and not really saying that he would want to wrestle against AJ Styles. This match, honestly, was AJ Styles' speed against Kevin Owens' strengths. I like the way that Kevin Owens started the match by drawing it out longer, by getting out of the ring and taking his time, basically telling AJ that he was going to start the match in his own terms. Owens had more to lose in this match. with him not being the champion, with him being the challenger. They did a lot of roll-throughs, through a lot of finishers and a lot of false finishes. I thought that AJ had the match quite a few times, but in the end, it was Kevin Owens being able to outsmart, I guess is the best way to say it, against AJ Styles. We saw AJ setting up for the Styles Clash, where Kevin Owens just picked his strength and just basically pick him up and throw him off of him. But the finish came when AJ Styles was actually going for a pinfall, and Owens just basically reversed the pinfall to get the 1-2-3 for his own and recapture the United States Championship. Pretty good match. Honestly, not going to go down as one of the best matches of 2017 or even one of the best matches from their feud. But Kevin Owens is now a 3-time WWE United States Champion. I'm guessing this sets them up for another match at SummerSlam. But with AJ not having the championship, they could put him into a run where if Jinder Mahal became champion, or could even put him in a spot where he could have a match against Randy Orton for the championship for the SmackDown Live brand at SummerSlam. That would be a really good match. Anywhere you put AJ Styles, he's going to deliver, whether if it's him going after the WWE Championship or if it's him going after the United States title. He's going to have pride in his match, and he's going to go out and give you the best he's got every time. What a match! They pulled it out. John Cena versus Rusev in a flag match at Battleground 2016. It's honestly not going to go down as one of John Cena's best matches. It's not going to go down as one of Rusev's best matches. It's not going to be one of the best matches that those guys ever had against each other. But it was a fun match. They started out in the ring. I can honestly tell you that I didn't know what the rules of a flag match was. But they had 2 podiums that were set up at the ramp. Basically, you had to grab your flag from your corner, and then you had to bring it up the top of the ramp and put it on top of your podium. The match inside of the ring honestly didn't last all that long. While they were wrestling in there, basically John Cena was able to make Rusev tap out twice, but due to the rules and stipulations of the match, it didn't matter. The match just kept on continuing. Rusev was the first guy to actually go after his flag in the corner. When you climbed up the turnbuckle to reach up and grab your flag, it left you way wide open. Cena was able to attack Rusev on the top rope twice, but Rusev finally was able to grab his flag, where him and Cena fought over the flag inside of the ring for just a little bit. I thought that it was weird that, like I said, I've never seen a flag match, but I've always grown up that, with the respect you have for the United States and that respect you have for the American flag is you never let it touch the ground. And the Bulgarian flag as well as the American flag was all over the ground. It was in the ring, it was in the aisle, it was up near the podiums, it played into the finish, the flags were on the ground. I'm sure that WWE is going to do the right thing and find the proper way to dispose of the flag in the most respectful way with their partnerships with, the Army and things like that. But this was a really, really good match. This was really, really fun. Oh, damn, I'm missing the Fashion Files. But I'm going to pause it so I can watch it later. But really, really fun stuff. Basically, Rusev has always had good matches against John Cena where he really matches up against him, takes John to the limits, was able to put John in the accolade, I believe, twice. Once, basically making him not surrender, but I guess you can say pass out to the pain, where Rusev was able to grab his flag, go up to the top of the podium, but John was able to regain himself and attack Rusev on top of the podium, stopping him from putting the flag down, where basically they fought from one podium to the other, where Cena hit Rusev with the attitude adjustment through 2 tables, dropping him down and getting the win. Putting the flag down. I thought there was no way in the world that Cena was going to lose this match. It's the way it planned out. From here, Cena's geared up to go after the main event. If they want to do Cena versus Jinder at SummerSlam, or if they want to do Cena, AJ Styles, and Randy Orton in a three-way, or maybe just do Cena versus Orton, the match that we were never supposed to see ever again, because of the fact that they told us we were never going to get it again. It's something that we want to see. So we'll see what happens. SummerSlam comes around the corner. Got to watch SmackDown to see what happens. You gotta be kidding me. There's no way in the world I ever thought this was going to happen. I didn't even hear anything about Great Khali rumors until, honestly, the very start of this match. Earlier today, I was in my car on my way home from work. I saw a tweet from Aaron Rift at NoDQ.com. Basically, he was asking if Great Khali always tweets a picture of him on an airplane the day of a pay-per-view. I guess that was the first time I ever thought of it, but people actually started tweeting about the Great Khali return right as the match was about to start. I hadn't seen anything the whole entire show. I will tell you that honestly right now I feel so good for my buddy Ravi. He's always wanted to go to Philadelphia. I know that he loves the Rocky movies. He made a short video talking about him going on the trip. Make sure you go over to Assault and Battery 777, or now it's just AAB 777, and check that out. I'm sure the videos that come out, he'll probably put them up this week, I would guess, are going to be really good. And I mean, not only has he always been a fan of Jinder Mahal, but he has always been a fan of the Great Khali. I can remember him meeting Great Khali at WrestleMania 27 Access. I can remember him meeting Jinder Mahal at WrestleMania 28 Access. I remember him meeting Jinder Mahal at WrestleMania 30 when we went to IHOP. And I remember him meeting Jinder Mahal at WrestleMania 32 in at Wrestle Reunion, whatever it's called. But man, he goes to Battleground. Honestly, I didn't think that it was gonna happen. But I can tell you that I hope that he enjoyed the match. I can honestly tell you that I've been reading tweets of some people that I knew that they were there, mostly IVP video, basically saying that the crowd is dead. Nobody can see anything in the arena. Ravi had really good seats. I think he's sitting fourth row. Maybe he could see a little bit more. Honestly, IVP video was sitting in the very last row of the arena. And he said nobody could tell anything. There was no video screen. You're just basically guessing what is going on inside of the ring. Much like the flag match, I can honestly say it's been so long since there was a Punjabi Prison Match. I don't really remember how this whole thing worked. I didn't remember the thing with the time. Basically, when you're in the ring where the match starts, you have to ask for them to open the door. Once they open the door, it's open for 30 seconds and it's locked forever. Basically, 3 of the doors got locked, and then at the time they asked for the 4th door to open, the Singh brothers appeared and basically turned this match into a 3-on-1 affair, basically getting Jinder out of the first cage and closing the door on Randy Orton, keeping him locked inside. As Jinder climbed to the top of the second cage to get out, we had Randy climbed to the top of the first cage, stepping from one to the other, sort of killing off the whole deal. This was a lot like the Kennel in Hell, but there was no freaking dogs running around. The match continued inside of the second cage. I guess you can say outside of the ring, with mostly kendo sticks and just all out brawling and all out 3-on-1. Randy got some offense in, but for the most part he was behind. But at one part, it looked like he was actually going to escape the cell. From there, one of the Singh brothers actually slipped through the cell, fighting Randy from the other side of the cell, fighting back and forth before Randy was able to get some punches in, and the Singh brother fell from the top of the Punjabi prison into a table that had no one sitting around it. From there, basically got to the point where Great Khali made his return, came down to the ring where he choked Randy Orton through the cage as Jinder Mahal climbed to the top and climbed over. I'm hoping that this is a one-time ordeal for Jinder Mahal, who I thought had some ties to TNA. with the whole reality show of them trying to find an Indian star to wrestle for them. I thought that was where the Shira Sheikh guy came from, but maybe they just didn't have a contract and he was able to come back, and he took WWE's money. So we'll see what happens from here. We'll see on Tuesday on SmackDown or on Talking Smack. Great Khali was always a great guy to have around. He's not the best wrestler, but he was always sort of entertaining, so we'll see.